Bella is a 2.5-year-old girl who was diagnosed several months ago with type 1 diabetes. According to the JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, type 1 diabetes, also known as insulin-dependent or juvenile diabetes, can occur at any age, but most commonly is diagnosed from infancy to the late 30s. Her signs and the day she was diagnosed.
We noticed that she was drinking cup after cup after cup after cup of liquid, and watched her on Monday, and then Tuesday I called the doctor and took her in, and he swore up and down he thought it was a stomach virus because she had thrown up. We can try and catch some urine. They caught some urine, and she had glucose spilling over into her urine. And so they got out the glucometer and tested her, and it said high. It was way over 500 because it wouldn't read. So he said, go ahead and don't stop at home, go straight to the hospital. And when we got there, they did blood work, and they thought that her values were, okay, but then they realized she was in DKA, and so she had to go to ICU for 24 hours.
Bella's mother, Kathy, just mentioned DKA. It's abbreviated for diabetic ketoacidosis. People with type 1 diabetes do not have enough insulin, a hormone the body uses to break down sugar, also known as glucose, in the blood for energy. When glucose is not available, fat is broken down instead. As fats are broken down, acids called ketones build up in the blood and urine. In high levels, ketones are poisonous. This condition is known as ketone acidosis. As Bella's father, Nathan, mentions in this next clip, type 1 diabetes is not curable or cannot be prevented. Insulin just manages it.
But most people don't realize that type 1 is not preventable. It's not curable, it's permanent, and I mean, even within our family, it's been months talking about this is not going to go away, this is forever, this is the rest of her life, she'll be on insulin. Another thing is that insulin is not a cure, it's a treatment or a therapy. It just maintains it.
In this next part, Kathy talks about how tragic and deadly type 1 diabetes is.
It's a very deadly disease. There have been many children die from nighttime lows more frequently than we would have liked to have heard. Since she's been diagnosed, we know of 5. And one of the facts is that diabetes is a growing epidemic with a devastating physical, emotional, and financial toll on the country. It kills more Americans each year than AIDS and breast cancer combined.
Nathan talks about in this next section one of her worst days she's had since she's been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
The worst experience we've had, I brought her down from a nap, maybe 10 minutes hadn't checked her blood sugar, and got her down here, and she was just limp and glassy-eyed all of a sudden.
After talking to 4 service dog companies, their prayers were answered from Warren Retrievers.
Groups won't work with a child under 10, and we really wanted something to really work with us rather than her, but it will ultimately be her guy. And that was one reason the puppy delivered as a puppy, having the 2 of them bond, grow up together, work together, have that connection.
Bella's service dog will know 40 minutes faster than her meter will if her sugars are high or low. The service dog will be able to bring her glucose monitor and a snack if her blood sugars are too low. By the time the service dog is 2, if not sooner, it will be able to notify 911 by hitting a keypad with a pre-recorded message. If you would like to help, please visit her Facebook page or blog.
Say it again.
Hey,